Hello, good morning, welcome to Better Life. I'm Dr. Ayo Akinshete, and today I want to answer the question posted by one of our faithful listeners. The question this person asks is very simple and straightforward. I don't even understand what is happening around me again. And for your information, Pastor, I am a prayerful person. I pray. I spend at least fair time in prayer. I pray in the morning before I go out. When there are issues in my life, I spend 2-3 days to pray. But you see, I just can't understand why certain issues remain shrouded in darkness. Now, I want us to give a little streamlining to the question. The question has to do with confusion. Confusion, particularly about the situations of life. Confusion about the situations of life. First, I want to let you know, as long as you are human, you cannot know everything. Please, let's get this clear. You can't know everything, no matter how prayerful you may be. Now, if you go deeper in God, you are going to know more than an average person knows. And going deeper in God is more than prayer. I think this is why many of us have issues. Because you are spending more time in prayer, you think you are going deeper in God. Going deeper in God involves praying. Praying more. Getting more committed to prayers. Getting more committed to fellowship with God. But you see, getting more committed to sanctification is also going deeper in God. Going deeper in God is one of the things that will make you know more in God. But before I go deep into that, let me read from Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 29. Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Secret things belong unto God, but the things which are revealed belong to us and our children. Secret things belong unto God. Now, one of the things God uses to draw us to himself is secrets. For example, you have been praying and fasting for 7 days over a matter, and then God shows you a little, and then you want to pray more to get more, and you do not realize that in the course of that prayer, you are drawing closer to God, and you are becoming more like God. You are rubbing yourself with God. So ultimately, God is going to use your desire to achieve more than your desire. It is in your desire you went into prayers. In your desire, you began to pray, Lord, help me to do this. I have tried my best. My best is not yielding anything. I know you can help me. You have helped Lagbaja. You have helped Amedu. Arise, oh God, and send me help. God will answer the prayer. It may not be in the exact way you want it. It may not be in the exact version you want it, but it's going to answer the prayer. And a lot of time, that's where confusion begins. You want it to come from the right, but God brings it from the left. And at times you want it in 50s, God brings it in 20s. You want it in 100s, He brings it in 70s. God is sovereign. God is sovereign. All that we must understand, God is sovereign. Now, my point in this first segment of this answer is this. You cannot know everything. God won't give you reason for everything He does in your life and with your prayer. But please, I want to advise you, continue to pray, because the secret things that belong unto God can be revealed in the place of prayer. Can be revealed in the place of prayer. I say, call upon me and I will show you great and mighty things that you don't know. What don't you know? Secret things that belong unto God. So in the place of prayer, we access the secret things that belong unto God about our lives. We access the secret things that belong unto God about our destinies. We access the secret things that belong unto God about our future, about the present situations of our lives. Look, you are the fourth prophet of your life. And if you can commit yourself to prayer and to fasting, I can assure you, secret things will be revealed unto you. Darkness will become light before you. But you still cannot understand everything. Even in the light of God upon your life, you can't know everything. There are certain things about your life that you will not be able to understand. David committed adultery with Bathsheba. He asked God for forgiveness. He tore his clothes. He poured ashes on his head. And God said, no problem, I've forgiven you, but I will deal with you. Your punishment will linger to your next generations. But I've forgiven you. And then the baby came. David fasted. David dry fast. The baby still died. How do you explain that? Is it that God has not forgiven him? Is it that God, he has forgiven, but the baby still died. And then after that, another baby came, which was Solomon. And God preserved that one. And God loved him. And God used him to replace David. That young man came when David already had big boys around. Boys born by princesses. They were there. And then the son of a riffraff, the son of a woman that reminded David of his promiscuity in the past. That was the one God chose. Look, you can't explain God. The day you can explain God is no longer God. God is shrouded in mysteries. It's not everything he does with your life he will explain. Sometimes God told me, look at that building, do mission there. And we went there and we began to do mission. We spent millions. Instrumentally, we were spending and spending because it was the Lord who sent us there. We didn't manage anything. Everything we had, we poured there. And then after 2 years and a half, he said, now time is up. Close it up. I said, sir, where I am coming from, you don't close it up. You start it and you keep doing it. But he said, close it up. And in obedience, we closed it up. Till tomorrow, he didn't give me any reason. I prayed, Lord, is there any reason? Is there something you want me to know? Are you bringing a parable? What are you trying to say? He didn't say nothing. And I left the matter. Because there are secret things you will never know. God is not obligated to give you explanation to everything you are that is doing. The truth is, when you pray, it will give you clearance over some matters. It will give you light over some matters. But there are some issues it won't explain. Someone asks, well, how can the son of a great man of God die? I said, those are mysteries. Yeah. And if you think it's because it's not holy, oh man, you can very soon. You see, when bad things happen to good people, people mock at them because they don't understand life. Yeah. You know, at times, bad things happen to good people, not because good people are bad people. No, it could be our carelessness at times. And at times, it is God's way of showing us that you are not God. In case you watch, please be careful what to think and what to say. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. A younger man of God was abusing an older man of God. Why? The older man of God has been there pastoring for 25 years and his church is 70 people. And this younger one came and in 2 years he has 200 people. And then he began to say they don't pray. They don't pray. That's why they are small. They don't do this, they don't do that. That's why they are small. I pity you. In case you are hearing me now, look, you can't understand some things. There are some people that will never be as big as some others, whether in business or because God has purposes for them. Now, let me give you one, because some people don't even understand why God is doing certain things. There is a businessman who is an intercessor. His business cannot go global because God has ordained him to be an intercessor for that community. Other people may grow their businesses and extend to the next community and extend to the next state and extend to other countries. This one, his business will not go beyond that city because he has an intercessory ministry to that city. He knows he has that intercessory ministry, but he's wondering, Lord, I am doing what you have called me to do in this community. Bless this business. Me too, I need more money. Me too, I want to ride a jeep. Me too, I want to build a duplex. He built a house. He has a car. He just wants things better. And God told him, don't worry. I will make you fine. I will reward you in eternity. But here, stay in this city. The business is going to be at this level. I'll be blessing the business. It won't go down. But the expansion that we kill your ministry, I won't bring it to you. Maybe God is talking to a young lady there who is wondering, why am I trying to travel out and it's not working out? It's because there could be a mission for you here. Don't blame God. Don't kill yourself. If you fight it and it's not and the door is not opening, stay there. Stay there. Walk with God and then see what will happen. Now, the summary of everything I've just said is this. You will not know everything. You are not God. And you will never be God. Only God is omniscient. Even in your prayers, you still won't know everything. Now, should we still pray? Yes, we should pray. Because in prayer, some secret thing that you are supposed to know will be revealed. And such revelations will make you know the next step to take. Such revelations will make you know where to go. Such revelations will make you know where not to go, what not to do. You will be guided. So that your life will not be loaded with sorrow. And then the place of prayer, God will give you grace to be able to walk through situations you cannot change. But if you have this at the back of your mind, it will help you. You are not God. You can't know everything. So confusion is going to be a part of our journey. I know somebody will tell you there's no confusion in the journey of a believer. Now, confusion at times is a product of ignorance. Now, the message you are hearing now might be the reason you will no longer be confused over some shrouded matters, over some inexplainable matters. You won't be confused anymore. You pray about it, you pray about it, you pray about it, and then you turn it to worship and leave it to God. I have prayed. I want him to show me. If he's not showing me, maybe it's not time. Continue the prayer. Continue the worship. And then finally, let me say this before I close. When you are in confusion over a matter, and you have prayed and prayed and prayed, turn it to worship. Turn it to worship. Turn it to worship. I have discovered from the scriptures and from my personal life that the best reaction to unanswered prayer, the best reaction to confusion is worship. Job said, the Lord has given and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. That should be your response to confusion. When you don't know what to do, worship. And then you can pray. When it appears all the doors are shut, even in spite of your prayers and fasting, worship. Now you have pressed the button you know how to press, and it appears you don't know how to do what you are supposed to do. Even when you have done what you are supposed to do, worship. And that's the response of people of understanding. Why do we worship? We worship because we understand that God is always God. When prayers are answered, is God. When prayers are not answered, is God. When He shows us the way, is God. When He keeps us in one place, is God. When He gives the answer, is God. When He keeps away the answer, is God. So when in the midst of confusion, in the midst of deprivation, in the midst of you are praying and fasting and there's no light, worship. It will shock you that it could be in the midst of that worship that light will bellow. It could be in the midst of that worship that the power of God will break out. It could be in the midst of that worship that mighty secrets will be unveiled. Many of us, we are judgmental even with God. You pray, fast, and it appears the answer you want is not coming. You get angry. It's a sign that God is not God in your life. If we know the definition of God, many of us will not behave the way we are behaving. You don't question Him. Sometimes I prayed. Doctor told me I had a bone issue. It was critical. They gave me drugs I used for 2 months, and then it went. So after 2 weeks, it came back. I went back. They told me, you will use it for life. So I told them, no, that's too early. I was 33 or 34 at the time. So I went back to the Lord. I began to pray. I prayed and prayed for 6 months. Nothing happened. That is, there was no change. I left the matter to God. I can't use drugs for life. I'm too young for that. Over 12 years now, thereabout. I'm still here. When God was going to heal me, it was about 9 months after. 9 months after prayers. But after praying for about 6 months, I began to worship God over the matter. Anytime I remember, I worship God. When the pain comes, I will just bless the Lord. I know I have been healed. Blessed be the name of the Lord. One day I woke up, the pain was not there. I sat down, I could stand up easily. I stood up, I could sit down easily. The pain was gone. Jesus took it away. But I refused to question Him. Now, let me say one more time. There could be 1 or 2 matters over which you are confused. But I want to beg you, don't blame God. In the midst of your confusion, pray more and then worship. Pray and worship. Our response to confusion should be worship and more prayer. Worship and more prayer. If light has not come, we go further in prayer and into God. Go further in worship. Knowing fully well, the farther we go, the brighter the light. When the light will come, it will shock you. I'm going to stop here for today. God bless you. I love you. I'll see you.